everybody. Well, I get questions sometimes from people who ask about exploring far in the deep remote areas, not necessarily wilderness, although that too. This isn't really, I don't consider this wilderness. Anything that's got a road or a trail on it isn't wilderness. I don't know how others define it. Maybe it's defined as no sign of man or humanity's endeavors, but for me, it's a feeling that I get. Well, one thing for sure is it excludes any man-made elements, including the sight, sound, circumstance of humanity anywhere. Isn't that pretty? Like up there. Here, this is not wilderness. We got this road. But if I was to wander up that creek there, I'd reach it eventually. I don't know how far it would take, but it's a feeling that comes over me, and I know that I reached a wild place. Typically, wild places are those where few humans ever have any reason to go, and where you may be in fact the first person to ever go there. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you're far away from people. There are places in the take my old backyard stomping ground, Southern California. There are places in the near Mojave Desert out by Palmdale, Lancaster, the dry lakes out there. There are places out there that are definitely wilderness, although you may not be more than a few kilometers from humanity. It's a sense, it's a feeling, it's a perspective on being in places where humans don't really go. And the questions that I get are, how do I get, and I don't get this question a lot, but I recently received it, so I thought I'd try to address it. How do you go out to those places without, and feel comfortable? And I'm going to tell you a trick that I learned a long time ago when I first started adventuring as an adult. That I've been adventuring since I was a kid. And when I was a kid, I was really reckless. I had no sense I had no sense. But here's the trick. Start off, know your comfort zone, and know how much you're willing to compromise that comfort zone in your exploration. And if you're adventuring into a new area, okay, let me give you some perspective. I'm coming to the edge of a road here. See that bridge there? That's the main road. On that road is basically a nothing road. And this road that I'm on is still more of a nothing road. And it goes far up into these very steep mountains. And when I first started hiking in this area, I found this road, and I came up this road, and I only went as far as I really felt comfortable the first couple of times. And every time I came up, I went a little farther than the last time. And a lot of that has to do with simply the way that I explore. I move slowly, so I have lots of time to go slowly, and I can take my time in exploring new areas. You'll find, though, that once you have gone to a certain level, you'll find coming back to that same area feels comfortable because you've done it before. You know what's there, you know what to expect, you know that sense of unease is diminished to a degree, and then you can push past it. And it's like resetting the stopwatch at a new level. You push past it and you go further on, and until you feel that sense of unease again, then you can come back. And what will happen is slowly you can begin to leapfrog. If you come back to the place over and over again, leapfrog past, and your area of comfort increases. There are some areas in these mountains where I can go really deep into the mountains, out of, up the side of cliffs, practically, and explore areas very deep, because I've done it so many times that I know the area, I know it quite comfortably. And even though it could be quite a remote spot, it doesn't feel that strange to me. Now, that doesn't mean the danger is diminished. Being in a remote place carries with it certain dangers and risks. So you have to keep that in mind. It can give you a false sense of security. But this is a way of gradually becoming familiar with adventuring in this style. Now, I don't recommend this to everybody. You have to be careful. You have to watch it, because especially if you're alone, like I nearly always am, you run a real risk of hazard and danger and death even. So do it with caution and be wary of that sense of comfort, because it can come at a cost in terms of being aware of where the danger level is. So there you go, leapfrogging into the wilderness as a way to do so, to get there and enhance your comfort and your experience and your basically your life. Take care, everybody. Bye bye.